Hey guys, Tuesday, June the 25th, 2024, US session closed. Let's look at our Elliott wave count. As you can see, we have still a wave projection for at 254. There's another one around 236. You got the 50 SMA, seasonality wise. Around the 24th, you get this little bop or pop. Around the 27th, it kind of stalls. And around this, you can say July the 3rd, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. It rallies. So let's see. Stokes are negative. These cycles are down to 711. This one kind of lines up with the peak, kind of like a pop, fail, and then 7-8. Almost lined up with seasonality, and then it rallies. So this is my Dewey cycle. I'm using mirror cycles from pivot low here, February 20th, and also this one right here. What day was that? Around April the 24th, where we had this breakout. So the mirror cycles as of right now showing possible turning point to the downside, and somewhere around bottoms around the pretty much the first week of July, which I've been saying for a while. And these have nothing to do with seasonality. This is just mirroring cycles from the past. And you can see that you get a little rally here. The Gann swing is down. And I know there's another one here. This is again the advanced swing is up, but I don't know. It's not really. I'm still testing that. I feel like this one's a little more accurate. The other one's kind of lagging. I need to see why it's doing that. But nonetheless, these are the Dewey cycles down here. This is the average. So a little pullback, and that's around the 27, 28, and then a pop. To July 9th, and then down all the way to like July the 26th. And this mirror cycle that goes a little way back here kind of gets a little rally. So these two mirror cycles are opposites. One is going down, one is going up, but kind of tops out and then kind of goes sideways. So we'll see which one's going to play out. This is the Delta. Delta kicked in around the 24th. So let's see what's going to happen here. I know we got a pop. I don't know if this is going to be a turning point. The next delta that comes here would be the July the 22nd. So let's see how that's going to play out. This is a master chart, and this is a spectrum cycle. You can see that we hit a peak here, but it eventually ended up going over there. So there was some kind of bell curve here. I added this red one. Just to see if this is going to continue rallying and if it's going to peak somewhere around here, which would be July the 5th, 6th. We know seasonality-wise it goes down and goes up, but then you get this peak here on the cycle. So I'm monitoring a lot of stuff to see what could possibly play out. And then this projection line is a composite of these three cycles: the blue, the green, and the red. And so far, this is what's kind of forecasting. And then down. So let's see how that's going to play out. I'm going to take that out. These are PC cycles I've been using so far. Got a pullback. It gets toppy around here, and then it goes down. So this is a big turning point down here. So let's see what's going to happen around here. If it's going to be inverse. This other one that I've been watching. This one hit a peak around 625. And then it kind of goes down. It gets choppy here. Then eventually, talking about December. This is another one I've been watching. So far, this one kind of almost nailed it. Then it goes down. And this kind of makes more sense because it lines up with seasonality. And this has nothing to do with seasonality, this green line. This is another PC cycle I'm watching. And it gets a rally. This looks very possible, but we don't know. 720. I don't know if it's gonna crash like that, but it could go sideways and then somewhere around here turn. Oh, it could just continue rally and then from here pull back and then rally again. There's a lot of things that could go, but these are just kind of like turning points that I'm watching. This is the solar one that I'm watching, and this one gets a turn around 7.2. So this all lines up around 7.1, 7.2, 7.3. And then it gets toppy around 9.1, even around pretty much from 9.1 on, because these could be all like lower highs. So you can't forget about Neuronet. Nailed the February 20 low. You know, this had a lot of signals here and there. The one that's coming up next will be the 7-4. So we continue going down. Neural net is picking up a top. But like I told you, neural net, you can't get it. You can't use, well, let me put it this way. The way I use it, from what I've seen in back testing and just using it a lot. Sometimes the turning point is when it's going down. So even though this is directional, neural net somehow says, you know, something's up with July the 4th. And if we have price action going down somewhere around that, you know, July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or whatever, obviously that's a holiday, it will probably be closed, but somewhere around that ballpark, it could probably go up. Now, we rally from here and continue strong, maybe then that's a turning point from the top. But a lot of the stuff I'm watching, kind of leaning seasonality wise and all that, that it could possibly be maybe a turning point from the bottom and then rallying up. So we'll see. And if it's not this one, watch out for 8-1 and 8-9 in this little area using the neural net. In regards to the Bradley model, I think the Bradley model did pretty good, even though it was pointing down. And like I said, these are weird indicators. Some novices or newbies will be like, oh yeah, the market's going to crash, you know, because we got this peak here and it was very close. But it actually went in reverse. So this is an example of how I would use neural net. Like it looks like it's going to go down, but these are actually turning points. And you can see that it nailed that high from right here. So look at it inverse in your mind. Look at it backwards. So when it's down, just the turning point itself, even if we're going higher, there's a high probability that we might pull back, and it did. The next one coming up will be 7. Look at that, 7-4. And this Bradley model has nothing to do with all the cycles and everything it has been showing you. It has been solely independent, even from neural net. Neural net is just, you know, a black box just looking at price action and just kind of calculating, doing its own, you know, mathematical equations, you know, quant stuff, and it's just spitting out, you know, possible dates, you know, and all you got to do is just watch price action. So 7-4, we go down, high probability that it could turn, or somewhere in that ballpark. And if it's going higher, chances are that could probably maybe be a wave 5, if you're counting Elliott wave stuff. This could be a wave 4 and maybe a wave 5, and then, you know, it could go so many ways. Because I know seasonality wise, it rallies from here, July 4th. Which that means if this is that wave 4, wave 5 is going to be really, you know, probably kissing that high of 363, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And this is the last chart. This is my trading chart. So as you can see, we can't penetrate. You know, let me just back off. Let me back off over here. So this right here, value area high area, and we pulled back. We never could hold 281. Remember the 281, 90 degree, Gann square of 9? Remember that number? Can I refresh your mind? 281? You remember that? I mean, not 90. Sorry, it's the opposite. It's 270 degree. Remember that number? So if we go below that number, we won't oscillate back here. Going like this, he'll probably go now back down is around 273 around here. That's where we close. Yeah, 273. Is it 273? Anyway, we pulled back. This is the daily. Nothing's really changed. This is we could go to the year. And you can see that on the year, it's the midpoint, or point of control, as they say in this technical aspect of it. We have support there, but if it's going to push lower, it's going to have to take out this low. So you have an inside candle. So let's see if we could break above it, or we could break below it, or just go sideways until the 20, you know, whatever. The 27th is a day that I'm watching. Yep, the 27th. And then, you know, July 1st, 2nd, around there to see if there's a rally. Simple glance chart. Let's see what's there. Nothing really much on the daily. I mean, the weekly, still negative on the weekly, MACD. And head fake, that cat bounce. I didn't see anything, significant about bouncing off of here. And the MACD is still negative. This is an area I like better, even to go into the, July 1st, 2nd, 3rd around there, that seasonality, linear regression channel end. So I'm patient. I'm waiting, and I might even short if I see some, pressure to the downside in the overnight session or, once they open. Let's see. Yeah, all this is negative, snapback right here. This is still positive. The trend is still positive. The weekly is positive, but kind of getting weak. The daily is, you can see that it's red. TPS sell signal on the 4-hour. Mobile is still positive, but things are deteriorating on the soaps or the Stokes, as I would say. And the 1 hour gave you signal right here around 2300 hours that things were going to probably get ugly in the US session. And that's what played out. PPSL signal, pull back, retrace, pull the trigger, boom. I'm going to sign out. Don't want to make this video too long, but I gave you a lot. Gave you a little bit of Elliott, gave you a little bit of Gann, gave you a little bit of cycles, a little neural net, a little computer, a little Bradley. I'm sprinkling some NG Black Widow, wine on you guys, so you guys can enjoy it. I'm going to sign out. I'm going to enjoy my kiddos. They're downstairs probably tearing the house apart, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.